What's up, guys? It's Ramon from NyneBlockGaming&Collectibles coming at you with another review. This is the last figure of the Naruto line, Sasuke Uchiha. This is the last one I have to review until the new ones are released, which is the Kid Sasuke and the Kid Naruto. So, let's check this guy out. So here is the box. You can see him posed with the sword coming out of the sheath here on the front. Japanese writing, the Naruto line, a different quality sticker or authentication sticker than we get on the Dragon Ball, because that's a different line. Sasuke Uchiha on the side with his pose, with his Kai attack. I cannot remember the name of that. Here we have multiple different poses on the back, sword out, and behind him that attack again as well, and then your standard action Figuarts text on the top of the package. Outside of the package, this is what we have. You see we have a sword, the sheath, a partial sword and sheath. I'm assuming that's to make it look as though he is pulling it out. You got 3 different faces outside of the one, all 3 of these being his... Ooh, now I'm drawing a blank. That Uchiha Eyes attack, where he uses that... can't think of it. Sharingan. Sharingan, there we go. Figured it out. So that's what you get. You get 5 different pairs of hands. Sword holding, it looks like another sword holding, palms slightly open, gripping, and then palms out with his attack, and the sword pieces. And then there is something right here. Unsure what that is, but we will figure that out. Let's open him up. So there aren't any plastic pieces, surprisingly, that are preventing paint rub. Let's quickly go over articulation of his hair. He cannot look up at all. Maybe slightly. Chin looks like it's up just higher than 90. Down. Incredibly far. You do get slight side to side. Decent amount of side to side. But he cannot turn because of his shirt collar. It is stopped. No 360. It is very hard plastic, not flexible. Feels though that should have been flexible. His skirt is very flexible plastic, as you can see. So let's go over articulation in the arms. You got above 90. Can rotate the joint around so it goes all the way up. So that joint rotates. You get a butterfly in the side that moves all different directions. So it's a ball joint that attached on a sleeve cuff that goes over the joint, and it enables that movement. You got your bicep swivel. It's a double jointed elbow, but limits the articulation due to his sleeve. So that's as far as you get there. Your standard Figuart wrist peg. A crazy amount of ab crunch. Look at that forward. Back is not so good. Diaphragm goes side to side. This one can turn in 360. Beware, the middle one moves as well. So it looks as though, yep, the waist, as you can see, I have the zipper there, and the diaphragm both move freely. Okay, so it's the waist that enables 360 movement. The diaphragm does not. It has a lot of range out of it. With the flexible plastic, his leg can kick out to the side that far. So that was right about 90. 90 in the front. And I doubt we get much back. Let's see. Nope. hardly back at all. That's as far as you get. You get double jointed knees, as you can see there. You do have a waist or a thigh rotation with a thigh cut. His leg moves right here. It gets articulation. And then you have free 360 range on the ankle and a ton of movement forward out of that. You could twist it around probably and go backwards by manipulating the peg. Nope, it does not enable that. But you get awesome ankle rockers, and then you also get your toe hinge. Now face swap, that pulls out. So 2 pegs for the faces, plug into the bottom, and 2 pegs for the hair. You do have somewhat of an unsightly cut, but it is pretty flush to not make it look too bad on the shelf. Now there is... Okay, so this piece right here pulls out of the back. I think that might enable the sword to be sheathed behind him, and it does. So then you can take this and plug it in, and then you can take his sword. You can also manipulate that around. I don't think it looks too good that way. It looks as though that's the way it's supposed to be. And take his sword and sheath it behind him. So let's check that out. We'll pull that off again. So you put the sword through. Plug it in the back. Manipulate it as you wish. And I don't know if the whole sword slides in, but let's find out. It does not. So the actual sword does not slide in. That is what the extra piece here is. And that's what makes it look like he's pulling the sword out of the sheath. It plugs in right there. So as you can see with the promo image, that's how they had that, and that's how you change that to have the sword sheathed behind him with this little piece here. Oh, so that's your accessory. This plugs in the black part. Pull that off. Then you have your sword. Very nice paint job on that. Or a katana. I'm calling it a sword. Then you have this one. Let me try to focus. There we go. As you can see, this is the plugged sword. There we go. Now it's focused. So right there is where the sword goes into the sheath. The additional face sculpts outside of the Sharingan eyes here. is this one. Now, I haven't saw, again, this Sharingan. It kind of looks like the manga kill Sharingan his brother Itachi uses, but I'm unsure. So that's a different Sharingan in his left eye. And then you have a more serious face, not angry, neutral face, Sharingan eyes. You get these hand attachments. So 2 open palm hands. These are more gripping, closed knuckle hands. You get multiple versions of holding hands for his sword, which I'm going to use to get them out. And if I will quickly show you how it holds. Very good fit into the hand. Or backwards if you would like. And here are 2 other holding hands. I'm assuming that's for the pulling it out of the sheath, but it does hold the sword decently well, as you can see. So it is another holding hand. And then you have 2 neutral gripped hands, or just, you know, hung down by his side. And then you have a really, really nicely done energy effect. And I'm trying to see how that plugs in. It actually plugs into the hand where the wrist joint is. So you take the hand off. And it plugs into Sasuke the same way his wrists do, or his hands do. It seems somewhat difficult to get this on. There we go. Plugged in. Be careful with your joint. There he is with his effect piece in place. Alright. Do I suggest you picking this figure up? Absolutely. Out of all the Naruto, I feel as though Sasuke, along with Kakashi, are the 2 best figures in this new line. The absolutely very flexible, soft plastic you get on Sasuke is amazing. All the different effect pieces, how his sword plugs into the back of him, all the additional hands, the Sharingan eyes, everything with this figure is phenomenal. You got amazing articulation. You got both swords and the effect for different poses. You get a ton of hands. I'm going to rate this a 9 out of 10. The only thing I would have liked to see improve is the way his hair is with the attachment. Maybe if they would have just gave multiple head sculpts, since we only have 3 additional, instead of making interchangeable face plates, it would have looked better, but it is hidden very well. Outside of that, I have absolutely no complaint on this figure. He is awesome. Awesome. So I would suggest picking this up, guys. I think he currently goes for around $65. He is available on Amazon. Most of your Japanese retailers currently have him in stock. So pick him up. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. And if you would like to see more content from me, please subscribe to the channel. It helps support me. It'll notify you as I release. And after this video is over, stay tuned for my dynamic posed photos of Sasuke. All right, hope you guys have a good day. Later.